October 24, 2023. The U.S. Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, releases its sixth annual report on unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP. One line, on page 17, flies almost entirely under the radar. 1,247 documents were deemed relevant to space and UAP. 147 are fully classified. No declassified lines. No words accessible to the public. These documents are not about flying saucers. They hide unreported lunar missions. They hide top-secret military projects. It all starts in 2010, with a forgotten legal mandate. January 18, 2010. The U.S. Congress passes Public Law 111-144, filed with the Government Publishing Office, GPO. The law forces the CIA, NASA, and the Department of Defense, DoD, to declassify every document on UAP and secret space operations by 2030. The only exception, documents posing an immediate risk to national security. Since then, whistleblowers and Senate committees have dug into the fine print. David Grush, former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer. Member of the Pentagon's UAP Task Force, AARO, from 2019 to 2023. Carl Wolf, former NASA Langley technician, assigned to the Lunar Orbiter Tracking Station from 1966 to 1969. The Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, SSCI, has released multiple partially declassified reports. There is also a 1972 document signed by Richard Helms. Richard Helms, CIA Director, 1966 to 1973. The document is called Project AQUILINE, Classified Top Secret Gamma. It is explicitly referenced in those 147 hidden documents. The official narrative, repeated on loop by NASA, the Pentagon, and ODNI, leaves no room for question. First, NASA states on its official website, on the Apollo program page last updated March 15, 2024, the last crewed lunar mission was Apollo 17 in December 1972. No crewed missions to the Moon have occurred since, per the agency. Second, May 1, 2024. Sean Kirkpatrick, Director of AARO, the Pentagon's UAP Oversight Office, 2022 to 2024, speaks at a press conference. He states flatly, "No document we have reviewed proves the existence of non-terrestrial vehicles or reverse engineering projects." Third, ODNI defends classifying the 147 documents using the Public Law 111-144 exception. These documents, they claim, pose an immediate risk to national security. The government claims AARO reviewed every relevant document on UAP and space. But the official transcript of the SSCI hearing on July 19, 2023, page 45, says the exact opposite. David Grush, former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer. Member of the Pentagon's UAP Task Force, AARO, from 2019 to 2023. He testifies under oath. 37 of the 147 fully classified documents cover non-terrestrial vehicle recovery. They also cover reverse engineering projects. AARO never gained access to those files. Intelligence officials blocked them outright. The government also claims the last crewed lunar mission was Apollo 17 in December 1972, exactly what NASA's official Apollo program page states, last updated March 15, 2024. But SSCI Report 118-47, dated July 12, 2024, tells a starkly different story. Page 23 of that official Senate Intelligence Committee document has a partially redacted line. It reveals 29 of the 147 classified documents belong to NASA. They reference unreported post-Apollo crewed missions between 1973 and 1989. That's when the story takes a deeply disturbing turn. Every claim here rests on official documents and sworn testimony. October 24, 2023. ODNI's 6th Annual UAP Report, page 17, formally confirms the 147 fully classified documents exist. They are pulled from a pool of 1,247 total relevant records identified by the agency. One of those 147 documents is Project AQUILINE. It is a top-secret Gamma file, signed February 15, 1972, by Richard Helms, CIA Director, 1966 to 1973. ODNI's 2023 report lists it explicitly on line 12 of Annex B. The partially declassified ODNI reference confirms AQUILINE planned crewed missions for space reconnaissance operations. March 3, 2024. Carl Wolf, former NASA Langley technician, assigned to the Lunar Orbiter Tracking Station from 1966 to 1969, gives a sworn statement for the Documenting Space Secrets project. He testifies that in 1968, he saw photos of the Moon's far side showing rectangular artificial structures. He confirms those photos are part of the 147 classified files. November 9, 2023. Judge James Boasberg of the U.S. District Court for Washington, D.C., docket number 1:23 CVR 02145, issues a formal order. He demands ODNI provide a detailed justification for keeping the 147 documents classified. The order follows a lawsuit filed by citizen advocacy group UAP Transparency Now. Finally, Luis Elizondo, former director of the DoD's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, ATIP, 2007 to 2012, speaks publicly on June 21, 2024. His comments come during *The Joe Rogan Experience episode number 2172, at the 1 hour 23 minute 40 second mark. Elizondo states the 147 documents include classified satellite sensor data showing space objects moving at over Mach 50 with no visible propulsion. These 147 documents are not a random pile of classified files. They form a consistent paper trail. That trail connects three separate facts. Each fact directly contradicts the official story of U.S. space exploration. First, 37 of the documents cover non-terrestrial vehicle recovery. They also cover reverse engineering. That comes directly from David Grush. He testified under oath before the SSCI on July 19, 2023. Page 42 of the official transcript confirms this. Second, 29 more belong to NASA. Those files detail unreported post-Apollo crewed missions between 1973 and 1989. That quote comes from SSCI Report 118-47. It is dated July 12, 2024. Page 23 holds the line. Third, Project AQUILINE. It is a 1972 CIA top-secret Gamma document. It is explicitly listed in the 147 files. It planned crewed space reconnaissance operations. Inference? The available evidence suggests Project AQUILINE was the umbrella program. It covered secret crewed lunar missions. These missions were run jointly by NASA and the CIA. They ran between 1973 and 1989. The goal, recover non-terrestrial objects. The goal, study their technology. The complete omission of these 147 documents from AARO's May 1, 2024, report is not an oversight. That is a deliberate cover-up. Grush confirms AARO never gained access to those files in the first place. These documents are not just a relic of the past. They directly tie to 2024's U.S. space activity. NASA is currently preparing Artemis 3. It is billed as the first official crewed lunar mission since Apollo 17. It is scheduled for 2026. The The U.S. Government Accountability Office, GAO, estimates the Artemis program will cost $93 billion by 2025. If those 29 NASA documents confirm crewed lunar missions already took place between 1973 and 1989, Artemis's entire public justification collapses. That justification, returning to the Moon for the first time in 50 years. Public Law 111-144 mandates all these documents be declassified by 2030. Yet ODNI still refuses to release their contents. This defiance comes despite Judge Boasberg's November 2023 court order. No one has ever questioned any official about the 147 documents omission from AARO's May 2024 report. These 147 fully classified documents are the single missing piece. They connect the official Apollo narrative to a 16-year secret space program. The Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, a federal judge, and 3 sworn witnesses have all confirmed their existence. They have also confirmed their contents directly contradict official claims. If Project AQUILINE, the 1972 CIA document, is indeed among those files, 2 questions demand answers. What is the government really hiding about human activity on the Moon? And why is Artemis 3 being rushed right now? Subscribe to The Truth They Hide so you don't miss our upcoming episode on their declassification.